Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Now, this video is going to be on the topic of marriage, okay, in marriageable age according to the scriptures. We've had a lot of back and forths with certain Israelite groups because in 2020 there's still a lot of effeminate beta male Israelites teaching. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. In 2020 there's a lot of effeminate beta male Israelites teaching, man. Very emotional. Okay, and the recent person that's teaching and showing all his emotions, right, like a woman, is Tazariaq, man. Okay, and they really act like the Edomites too, man. When they speak about these things, because what they do is they use sensationalism. All right, they know very well that the apostles, the elders, or any brother in GMS does not tell brothers to go out and go rape women or go out and go get themselves a young woman in this society. Nobody says that. What we simply did, okay, starting with our apostles and elders, was bring out the law that's in the Bible. That's all. Okay, and these guys, they lost it because they wanted to fit their emotions, their Western mentality, their emotions. But there's a lot of things in the scriptures that emotionally, you guys, if you guys were back there in the ancient world, you will not agree with, because you're little emotional beta. You're emotional, man. You act like women, man. Okay. A lot of things you would not agree with, man. For example, stoning your son, or right, if he's lazy, man. That's in the scriptures. If your son is lazy and rebellious, when he's 12, the scripture says that you're supposed to bring him to the elders and stone him, man. Would you guys do that? Would you allow that? Of course not. You guys would jump up, I ain't right, give the kid a chance, blah 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 blah, because you're emotional, man. Not knowing that he's not a kid at 12 years old. That's when he becomes a man, according to the scriptures. Just like you think, okay, you think the boy child becomes a man at 12, but then the girl child becomes a woman at 18 or 21. Oh boy, Salakia for going on to that rant, man. First and foremost, if I haven't said it before, all praises going on to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak, double lines to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Now, I'm going to read a few accounts, right? And I'm going to read this article as well, man. If you brothers haven't already started to read it, this is just, and I didn't have to go and do no deep search, and this is like one of the first or second article that's on the search engine on Google. Okay, there's all kind of information on marriage in the ancient world. This is Jeremiah 6:16. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways, and see and ask for the old paths." It doesn't say ask for the paths of America, the paths of the United States or England or London. No, it said seek the old paths, man. Okay? Where is the good way, and walk therein. The good way. So that means the old path is the good way. All right? Not the new way, not the new wave of emotions. It's the old way. That's the good way. And ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. That's what they're saying, man. Tazariaq and the rest of these people, they say they're not going to walk in that way because it doesn't fit with their emotions, man. Okay. Also, I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken, man. Okay. They're not going to hearken to the true men of the Lord, okay, who push the word out, regardless of how it seems, regardless of whether people will like it or whether it will ruffle feathers or whether it's cringeworthy or anything like that. It doesn't matter. We push the truth out. That's the only thing that matters, man. Okay. This is Jeremiah 2:33. It says, Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. And we're not trimming our ways to seek love. We're not trimming our ancient custom to seek the love of the heathen, man. Okay? Especially not Esau and Esau's approval. We're not trimming that. Okay? The fact is, that's what the scripture says, and we're going to speak the truth. We're not telling anyone to go and do it in this society. If you do it in this society, you're a damn idiot. Okay? And you deserve whatever Esau has for you, because this is not what we're saying. And we say that, we have to say that multiple times, because there's a lot of dummies out there. We're reading you the law. Just like if we say that according to the scriptures, you're supposed to put people that live a certain sick lifestyle, you're supposed to put them to death. I'm not going to mention what it is, okay? But you're supposed to put them to death. We're not telling you to do that in this kingdom. You can't put nobody to death in this kingdom, dummy, because there's a lot of dumb people out there that will actually do that, man. There was a certain guy years ago that actually plucked out his eye, right? Because because the scripture said that pluck out your eye if it offend thee, right? So you can go into the kingdom. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. And this guy actually plucked out his eye. So there's a lot of people who are really simple, man. So we have to say those things to qualify what we're saying, man. Okay? Because you even have Israelite guys that they lose their mind. They hear something that seems like it rubs them the wrong way, and they lose their brain. They lose it, man. This is gonna be 1 Corinthians 7:36. It says, "But if any man think that he behaveth himself uncomely toward his virgin," okay, so this means his young woman, right? A virgin is a young woman. It's not a 18 or 21-year-old. Back then, that's not really what they looked at as a virgin. Although that is a young woman, but like. Okay, let's continue. If she passed the flower of her age and need so require. Okay, that's how you know it's talking about a very young woman, because it's saying if she passed the flower of her age, which is what? Having the menstrual period, man. All right? Let him do what he will. He sinneth not. Let them marry. So as long as she passed the flower of her age, which is what? Which is that menstruation period, okay? Let's look up the flower. Let's see if it'll give you a description and break it down for you, man. You know, because these guys are so emotional, man. Hyperacmos. Okay, it says beyond the bloom, prime of life, overripe, plump and ripe, and so in greater danger of defilement. Why? Why was she in greater danger of defilement? Because now you can she can be pregnant, okay, of a virgin, past the bloom, youth, flower of her age, the bloom, the life, the past, the eustathius, plump, ripe. Let's see what else it says here. Okay, so that's pretty much all it says on that. Okay, pretty much all it says on that. It's speaking about the menstruation period, the menstruation period of a woman. Okay, that's what it means when it says passing the flower of her age. Okay, that was even a saying, going on in the ancient world. It was a saying in the ancient world as well. But all right, so that's it on that. It didn't really go into it. All right. But that shows you that what? That's not sinning. It says that ye sinneth not. If he goes unto her, doesn't know, regardless, right? He's not sinning, man. All right. it wasn't how we say, it wouldn't be, it's not a common action for a man to do that so early. You want to kind of wait till the woman gets, a bit more, a bit more ripe, so to speak, a bit more developed and whatnot, naturally. The average person is not gonna be attracted to no super young woman, ain't got no development and whatnot. Not, but the scripture says what, that he sinneth not. Okay, so even if he wanted to do that, then he sinneth not. That's what the scripture says. And this is in Corinthians. This is not the Old Testament. This is in Corinthians. Okay. So what do you guys have to say about that, man? That's how it was in the ancient world. That's what we're explaining to you, man. All right, and this is the account of King David now. All right, well, a lot of you guys would think King David is a creep, a pervert, or a wicked old man, because you guys are dealing based upon your emotions like a bunch of beta males, man. Okay, you're not real men. Okay, you're not even beginning to think like real men. This society has made us not to be real men. We're trying to get back there, but it's made us into not real men. But you guys are way far, man. You're very far from being men. I don't care how big your beard is, man. This is 1 Corinthians 1, 1 Kings 1:1. It says, now King David was old and stricken in years, and they covered him with clothes, but he got no heat. He was old and stricken in years. It means he was old as hell. He was very old, man. Okay? He wasn't 45, he wasn't 50, he was old. Okay? Wherefore his servants said unto him, let there be sought for my lord the king a young virgin. But wait, didn't Tazariaq say that was wicked? That a young woman should be with a young man? Why would they go and search a young virgin for him? So that means they were dealing with, according to him, pederasty. And let her stand before the king, and let her cherish him, and let her lie in thy bosom. Right? Just like your wife lies in your bosom. That's what it's saying. Okay? That my Lord may get heat. So they sought for a fair damsel throughout all the coast of Israel, and found Abishag, a Shunammite, and brought her to the king. All right, so they found a very fair damsel, a very beautiful woman. And the damsel was very fair and cherished the king and ministered to him, but the king knew her not, which means what? He didn't sleep with her. Okay, if you read the scriptures, you know that when it says to know, when he says a man knows a woman, it's speaking about sleeping with her. Okay. Then Adonijah, the son of Haggith, exalted himself, saying, I will be king. And he prepared him chariots and horsemen and 50. But that's going into something else. Okay. Now, the whole point is that they brought King David. They didn't bring him a 60-year-old woman, a woman around his age to get heat, because he wouldn't get no heat with that. There was no chance of him getting heat with no 65-year-old woman, man. The hell is wrong with you guys, man? You guys are so into your emotions, you can't even think logically, man. It's ridiculous, man. Let's see. It says, see what this word damsel says here. Na'ara, a girl, damsel, female servant, a girl. It says a girl. Notice it don't say a woman. It's a little girl. See, it said a little girl, which it wasn't a girl. It was really a woman. It was a young woman. All right, which that happens when what? She passes the flower of her age. Okay, of young woman, marriageable young woman, right? A marriageable young woman, concubine. Then they're going to something else. Okay, maid, female attendant, female servant. So that's what it is. From infancy to adolescence. A girl from infancy to adolescence. You see, it says from infancy to adolescence, man. Right? Which means what? She was in her teens. Okay? Right? Because what? She was a young woman. Listen, man, women were married quick at that time. They weren't married at no 21 years old, man. The father wanted to get the woman out of the house, because the longer he kept her in the house, right, and not married, the more chance she had to defile herself and go to sleep with somebody else, who would defile herself, and then her market value would go all the way down, man. All right, the ancient world was different, man. You guys, man, I tell you. Anyways, I'm gonna read a bit of this article. All right, and you're gonna see that it clearly this is how it was in the ancient world. This is what the scriptures. This is what the scriptures was also like as well. This is the old path, as I was reading before in Jeremiah. All right, it says marriage in the ancient world. In the Western world, and generally speaking, before Imperial Rome, girls were deemed sufficiently mature for marriage and sex when they first started menstruation. Right? The flower of her age. Okay? And boys, by the way, when they develop pubic hair. Okay? That means their balls dropped and they're producing sperm and whatnot. Marriage was and who are the women going to marry at that age? Are they going to marry those same boys at the same age? No, because the boys were developing. They actually develop a bit later than women when it comes to that, I believe. Marriage was relatively unregulated by the state then, and instead was seen as a private family matter. So it is presumed these boundaries were flexible. They didn't have no set age. Oh, she hit 18 and that's when. No, man, it was all the Most High gave the the time when it could be. Okay, how would you know if a woman's coming from the woods, right? If she's just lived in the woods her whole life, you don't know her age, right? She don't know her age. She don't know when she was born. Let's just hypothetically say they didn't have no papers to know when she was born. Okay. Right, that happens with sometimes with refugees and things like that. So imagine that she has no papers. You don't know what year she was born, and she just pops up and you're thinking, oh, yo, can I pop that? Yo, is it lawful? How would you know if it's lawful or not? The Most High designed a system for that, man. Okay. You know, and you have a lot of young women that look older. They mature faster in the looks and even the body and all that. They look older, so you would never even know. So you're gonna tell me the woman everything looks the same, but then she just happened to be 17. Oh, you're a pedophile. You're a pervert. But you're 22, and you know she's 17. Oh, you're a pervert. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Really? The Roman emperors began to take matters in hand, beginning with Caesar Augustus' marriage law. Okay? Right? And then whatever, I guess they start to switch things, but that's Esau. Esau took matters into his own hand. Back in the ancient, that's just, it was what it was, man. All right? It says, by the end of the empire, the age of consent for girls had been well settled, as the official age of reaching puberty was set at 12. Okay, which there's really no set age, because different women, they develop, faster and slower and things like that, man. Okay, some might take to 13 and 14, whatever, to get that menstruation period, but it's around that age. Okay. The Catholic Church had rules for just about everything during the Middle Ages, and one of its most authoritative text was the Decretum Gratiani, okay, written by the jurist Johannes Gratian in the 12th century. It set a minimum age for betrothal, not necessarily marriage. Right, which means to be engaged, at 7 years for boys, and look at it. Well, to be betrothed just means to be promised. Okay, it's not to be married. That doesn't mean you're married at all. And the lawful age for a woman to consent to marriage and carnal intercourse at 12, which that shouldn't even be so. It should be based upon the flower of her age. It's not based upon a specific age, really, although certain unusual circumstances would render marriages at younger ages valid as well. Okay, so that's the point on that, man. I don't have to read anymore. The point is proven. So if you're listening to this and you believe in the scriptures, if you still think that it's That's not how it was in the scriptures in the ancient world. Then you're just lying to yourself, man. That's the bottom line at this point. So with that, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Dash. Double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out, truth and sincerity. Shalom till the next video.